Hello everyone, my name is Ashutosh Kumar Gupta and once again welcome to our official YouTube channel for online classes. Today I am going to discuss a topic of mathematics, that lines and angles of class 9. It is chapter 6. This is part 1 of this. So today, before I start, I would like to request you, please subscribe our channel if you don't subscribed yet, and please also press the bell icon so that you can get notifications of new videos easily. Okay, let's start the topic. Why it is required to know about lines and angle? It is the basic of basic architecture. अगर सब हम देखते हैं कि हमारे घरों में दीवारों के बीच में, बहुत सारे सरफेसेस के बीच में कुछ ना कुछ एंगल्स बन रहे होते हैं. अगर हम उनके बारे में जानेंगे नहीं तो उनके अगर हमें मॉडल बनाने पड़ेंगे या आगे जाकर के हम आर्किटेक्चर वगैरह बनाते हैं तो उसमें इन चीज़ों का यूज होता है. अगर एंगल्स के बारे में हम अच्छे से जानते नहीं हैं तो हम उसको बनाने के बारे में, उसका मैप बनाने के लिए, उसका मॉडल बनाने के लिए तैयार कैसे हो पाएंगे. दिस इज द बेसिक ऑफ बेसिक आर्किटेक्चर. सो वी विल स्टार्ट दिस अगेन. इन फिजिक्स वी हैव मेड many uses of lines and angles. In light, in chapter light, we have seen that there are angles of incidence, angles of reflection, light rays. Ray diagram are made due to knowledge of ray. So this is very important topic and this is the basis of geometry which we read in higher classes. So it is very important topic. Okay, let's start. What is the line? First of all, what is the line? Line, according to Euclid, it is given its definition is a collection of points which are breathless. Collection of points like that. This is the collection of points which are breathless. Only length is there. So, and it is increased. It can be increased in both sides. It can be increased in both sides. So this is known as line. This is the line. Basic definition of this line is it is a collection of points in a plane which for higher classes you have defined this as a locus of all points of which tangent is defined. According to tangent we will define this line. So for class 9th purpose, it can be we can restrict our discussion that a line it can be increased up to infinity in both the direction. Okay, now let's start. This is the line. How can we define this line? This line can be defined as A and B. This is written as a line AB, and on this we mark this arrowhead, both arrowhead ending line. Okay, this is the notation of AB, line. Okay, line, its property is it can be increased infinite up to infinite in both the direction. Now what is the ray? If in a line we have defined one point and the second point is not defined, that means एक लाइन ऐसी लाइन है जिसका एक एंड तो डिफाइन कर दिया गया है, दूसरा डिफाइन नहीं किया गया, तो इसको दूसरा नाम दे दिया गया. इसे क्या कहा गया? रे. इट कैन बी ओनली इंक्रीज्ड up to infinity in one direction. So this is used for showing the direction. This is used for showing the direction, showing the path in which direction it is going. So we can say it is a ray. In this, the one point is defined from where it is said to be originated. ये यहाँ से कही जाती है कि originate हो रही है, यहाँ से generate हो रही है, यहाँ से चालू हो रही है, और इसका end point define only one end point is defined and other point is not defined. Next, what is the line segment? It is a part of line. It is a, what is line segment? Line segment is also a part of line. It is also a part of line of which all the both the ends are defined, such that these both the points are defined. So this is known as line segment. It is the part of a definite part of line. Its length is defined, its ending points are defined. It cannot be increased in both directions. So line segment is a definite length line or a part of line of which both the ends are defined. Okay, this is the line segment. Next is collinear points. What are the collinear points? These are the basic terms of geometry. So if we start to know to read about, to learn about geometry, we have to take care of these all the terms. So next point is our collinear points. What are the collinear points? If 3 or more than 3 points are lie on the same line, if 3 or more points are lie on the same line, then these points are called as collinear points. These are called as collinear point. And also if these 3 or more points are lie on the same line segment or ray, these are also known as collinear point. Okay, next, non-collinear point. If 3 points, given 3 points are not lie on the same line, then these are called non-collinear point. It can be also this definition will also expanded to more points greater than 4, because if we take 2 points, then for 2 points there are one single line, one unique line can be passed, but for 3 points maybe it may be only collinear when all the 3 points lie on that particular line. So collinear points are those points which lie on the same line, and non-collinear points are those points which not lie on the same line. Next, angles. Now, how can we define angles? If we said that to make an angle, we simply make this angle. Now, how can we define? We can define, let this point is A, this point is B, and this point is C. We can define this angle like if 2 rays are initiating from the same line, same point, and goes in 2 different directions, then it makes the angle. The inclination of one ray with second ray is said to be an angle. It is measured in either degree or in radian. It can be measured in either degree or in radian. So how can we define this? If 2 कॉमन ओरिजिनेटिंग रेज, मतलब उनका ओरिजिनेशन पर जो है वो सेम पॉइंट है और वो कहाँ जा रही हैं, 2 डिफरेंट डायरेक्शंस में जा रही हैं, तो उनके बीच का जो इंक्लिनेशन होता है उसको हम एंगल कहते हैं. ओके, सो एंड दीज 2 रेज आर नोन एज आर्म्स ऑफ द एंगल, एंड this is also known as arm of the angle, and this point which is common to both the rays is known as vertex. It is known as vertex of the angle. This A point is known as vertex of the angle. Okay, I think you get this. If an angle is given, both the rays are said to be arms of this angle, and the point at which that angle is formed is known as vertex of the angle. Next is how many types of their angle. We had defined there are 3 types of angles and or more in the form of, like first one is acute angle. What is acute angle? Acute angle. And second is obtuse. obtuse angle, and third one is right angle. Right angle. Acute angle is what? This is the angle which measures from 0 to, if an angle A is measured from 0 to greater than 0 or equal to 0 but less than 90 degree, then it is said to be acute angle. If an angle measures equal to 0 or greater than 0 but less than 90 degree, it is known as acute angle. Then what is obtuse angle? If an angle measures greater than 90 degree or equal to 90 degree but less than 180 degree, is known as obtuse angle. What is right angle? An angle which measures exactly 90 degree is known as right angle. An angle which measures exactly 90 degree is known as right angle. An angle which measure between 90 to 180 degree is known as obtuse angle, not equal to 90 degree. Okay, I said wrong previously. सो 90 to 180 के बीच में जो भी मेजरमेंट आएगा वो हमारा ऑब्ट्यूज एंगल कहलाएगा. एंड एक्यूट एंगल 0 या 0 से ज़्यादा बट 90 डिग्री से कम होना चाहिए, तो वो एंगल कैसा कहलाएगा? एक्यूट एंगल. इनके अलावा एक एंगल होता है स्ट्रेट एंगल. क्या होता है? स्ट्रेट एंगल. एंड दिस इज व्हाट? अ सिंपल लाइन. If we take point A, then this angle is known as straight angle, and this measures equal to 180 degree. This measures, if an angle measures 180 degree, then it is said to be a straight angle. Now, pair of angles. What are supplementary angles and complementary angle? I think you get this. So take the screenshot of this. Okay. Now, what are supplementary angles and complementary angles? Supplementary and complementary. Supplementary angles are those angles are said to be supplementary if these two angles have the sum equals to 180 degree. Supplementary angles are those angles which have the sum equals to 180 degree, and complementary angles are, these are supplementary and complementary angles are those angles, complementary angles are those angles of which sum is 90 degree. So complementary angles, the pair of angles which have the sum is 90 degree are known as complementary to each other, and the pair of angles which have the sum 180 degree are said to be supplementary to each other. For here angle A is said to be supplementary angle for angle B, and angle B is said to be complementary angle of angle A. In case of I take this angle C and angle D. So angle A and angle B are supplementary angle to each other. We say this कि एंगल B के लिए एंगल A सप्लीमेंट्री एंगल है और एंगल A के लिए एंगल B सप्लीमेंट्री है, क्योंकि इन दोनों का सम 180 डिग्री है. इसी तरीके से एंगल C और एंगल D के लिए कहेंगे कि एंगल C जो है D के लिए कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री है और D C के लिए कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल है, एंड बोथ आर कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स टू ईच अदर बिकॉज दीज complement each other to make the sum 90 degree. Okay, these are supplementary angle and as well as complementary angle. Next topic is reflex angle. What is reflex angle? Reflex angle is, let us suppose that this is an angle given as angle A. Okay, this is angle A. This can be also written as angle CAB, or we can simply write as angle A. ये हमारा नोटेशन है कि हम या तो डायरेक्ट वर्टेक्स से दिखाएंगे कि एंगल कौन सा है, या फिर वर्टेक्स जिस पर एंगल है उसको बीच में रखेंगे, BAC भी इसे बोल सकते थे, और एंगल CAB भी इसे बोल सकते हैं. दिस इज अप टू यू व्हाट नोटेशन you want to use. If there is case of confusion, then you should I recommend you please use this type of notation for any angle, because this creates some confusion. We will I think I can give this example. Let us suppose that there are two angles like this is an angle and this is. Now this is B, C and D. Now if we write this angle as A and this angle also as A, then this will be confusing that which angle I am denoting by angle A. So here we can use CAB and CAD. So by this we can make it very clear that angle CAD is this angle and CAB is that angle. Okay, so we have to follow 3-point notation of any angle. Now I have to go through reflex angle. I want to describe reflex angle. This is any angle ABC, and what is the reflex angle? If this is angle, this is the angle given as the 90 degree or 120 degree, then the angle which makes it complete circle, means outer of this angle, is known as reflex angle, reflex of angle A, or it is written as reflex A, angle A, angle B. Here angle B is our notation. So reflex of B. Now we know that this angle is B, said to be B, this one, and the complete angle is we know that the complete circle's angle is 360 degree. So angle reflex of angle B can be written as 360 degree minus angle B. Okay, this is the reflex angle, reflex of angle B, that is 360 minus angle B. Reflex of angle B is equals to 360 degree minus reflex angle B. Next is adjacent angles. Now when we are reading about pairs of angle, then adjacent means क्या होता है, पास में, जस्ट पड़ोस में जो चीज है उसको adjacent बोलते हैं. So if there are two angles such that this is this angle and let us suppose that A, B, C and D, this is the point. So adjacent angles can be defined as if there is one arm is common to two angles, then the two angles are said to be adjacent angle. In this example, for angle ABC and ABD, this angle and this angle have the common ray, that is AB, or BA, we can write is BA. This is common ray to both the angles, due to which these ABC and angle ABD is said to be adjacent angle. Okay, so I think these much topic are you have understand carefully. Now it is this topic linear pair or pair of angles. We have to read in this topic two pairs of angles. One is linear pair and second one is vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite pair of angles. pair of vertically opposite angles or vertically opposite pair of angles and linear pair of angles. These two pair of angle we have to study. I want to delete this. Now what are the linear pair? If two adjacent angles, if a ray falls on a straight line, then there are it makes two adjacent angles. Let us suppose that AB is a straight line and OC is a ray falling on it at O. AB is a straight line and OC is the ray falling on it at O. It makes one pair of angles, one pair of adjacent angle, of which the sum is 180 degree. Let us suppose that this angle is here, angle AOC plus angle BOC makes the straight line, or we can it is a straight line on which this ray is falling at O, and this makes two angles. In these two angles have the sum equals to 180 degree, as a line shows the straight angle. We know that a straight angle is shown by a straight line, a line, and so here we have said that AOB is a line and OC is the ray falling on it at point O. So these two angles have the sum equal to 180 degree. This is known as linear pair axiom. This is known as linear pair axiom. Linear pair axiom. What does it means? If a ray OC falls on a straight line AB at O, making two adjacent angles, then the sum of these two angles is 180 degree, or these two angles are supplementary to each other. This is known as linear pair axiom. Next, converse of this axiom is what? If two adjacent angles, now I want to rough this, please note it down. Okay. What is converse of this linear pair axiom? Converse of linear pair axiom. What is the converse of linear pair axiom? Converse of it is, if two adjacent angles AOC plus angle BOC equals to 180 degree, then the non-common arms make a straight line. What is the statement? If two adjacent angles have sum 180 degree, then the non-common arm makes a straight line. This is known as converse of linear pair axiom. And again, this is axiom, so no need to prove this. So if it is given AOC plus BOC equals to 180 degree. This implies that AOB is a line. Okay, then it is shown, it can be proved that this is AOB is a line. Okay, now let's again other pair of angles is vertically opposite angles. What are vertically opposite angles? What is the definition? If two lines, now first before discussing vertically opposite angle, I have to discuss something like what are parallel lines and intersecting lines, or intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. If two lines, let us suppose that L and M and P and Q. There are two lines L and M. If they intersect each other at one point, then these are known as what? These are known as intersecting line, which are intersecting each other at A. And if two lines which can be increased infinitely in both the direction can never intersect each other are known as non-intersecting lines, or this is the name given to these pair of equation, that parallel lines. These are the parallel lines or non-intersecting lines which never intersect to each other if they increased up to infinity in both the direction. So P and Q are parallel lines and L and M are intersecting lines. P and Q are parallel lines. We can write this P, two lines we make here, and this is the notation of parallel lines. So P parallel to Q. Okay, now next our topic is intersecting lines से एक pair of angle बनता है. If two lines intersect each other, let us suppose that here ये AB and CD. अच्छा, एक चीज और थी यहाँ पे, हम इस लाइंस को, किसी लाइन को आइदर इस पर दो पॉइंट्स लेकर के AB लाइन कह सकते हैं, या फिर इसके अलावा एक काम और कर सकते हैं कि इस लाइन को स्मॉल लेटर LMN से डिनोट कर सकते हैं. सो डोंट बी कंफ्यूज दैट सर प्रीवियसली आपने LM यूज किया था, यहाँ पे ABCD यूज कर दिया, तो दैट इज नॉट द मैटर. दैट यू कैन आल्सो टेक दिस नोटेशन और दैट टाइप ऑफ नोटेशन. ओके, इफ देयर आर these two lines AB and CD intersect at one point, that is O, then there are two angles which are opposite to each other, are known as vertically opposite pair of angles. Means angle BOC and angle AOD are vertically opposite angles, and angle AOC and angle BOD, means these are vertically opposite to each other, and this pair is also vertically opposite to each other. This pair of angles is also vertically opposite to each other, angle AOC and BOD, angle AOD and BOC. These two pairs of vertically opposite angles are formed. Now the theorem that is first theorem of this chapter is, if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. It is given that the statement is that if, now I am going to prove this theorem. Statement is, if two lines intersect each other at a point, or intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles so formed are equal. So given, now we have to prove this, so we write given is what? two lines, we take two lines AB and CD, AB and CD, and these intersect at O. AB and CD are two lines intersect at O. टू प्रूव, इसमें प्रूव हमें क्या करना है, एंगल AOD इज इक्वल्स टू एंगल COD एंड एंगल AOC is equals to angle BOD. These 2 points we have to prove. Now let us mark this angle as 1, this angle as 2, this angle is 3, and this angle is 4. And this we can also write to prove angle 1 is equals to angle 3 and angle 2 equals to angle 4. We have to prove these two. Now proof. As we know that axiom doesn't require any proof. So now we know that or we can write here angle 1 plus angle 2 equals to 180 degree because linear pair axiom. What is linear pair axiom? If two angles which are lie on the same line, if two adjacent angles are lie on the same line, then their sum is 180 degree. This is first equation. Similarly, angle 2 plus angle 3 equals to 180 degree. This is our second equation, same reason. And angle 3 plus angle 4 equals to 180 degree. This is our third equation. Now we can write, I want to rough this portion, so or we can write here if we see angle 1 plus 2 equals to 180 degree and angle 2 plus 3 equals to 180 degree, so we can equate the LHS of these two equations from first and second. Angle 1 plus angle 2 equals to angle 2 plus angle 3. We can write angle 1 plus angle 2 equals to angle 2 plus angle 3, and angle 2 and angle 2 is removed from both the sides. Angle 1 equals to angle 3. This is proved. Next, similarly from equation 2 and equation 3, angle 2 plus angle 3 can be written as equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. So angle 2 plus angle 3 equals to angle 3 plus angle 4, and 3 is removed from both the side. Angle 2 equals to angle 4. Hence it is proved. Now we have to prove angle 1 equals to angle 3 and angle 2 equals to angle 4, and these are proved. Hence it is proved that if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles so formed are equal. If we have to prove any of the theorem in geometry, first we have to write a statement, then given, then after to prove, and then if any construction is required, then there should be a heading of construction either, or we directly go to proof. So with this I have to this is the part 1 for lines and angles. Very soon I have take part 2 for you. With this, have a nice day, and please subscribe our channel. If you don't subscribe yet, please like, comment and share this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.